Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today we are once again back in 1995 and we are again playing as the Ottawa Senators with the goal of pushing for a playoff spot. After 5 games in the shortened season, it doesn't look too good for our goal to be achieved, but there's still plenty of time. If we go on a winning streak, we might actually be able to pull it. I didn't, at the end of the last video, I didn't look at the stats and everything because mostly it's only 5 games. Yashin has 6 points in 5 games, and that's, pretty much the extent of that. We have Norm McIver, that's Earth for 3 days. He has a torn fingernail. He might be able to play with the injury. We'll see what our coach is going to decide to do. And that's pretty much it, really. There's not much to bring up other than that. Again, we did sign some interesting. We claimed some interesting defensemen. So we have Sean Hillsville that we got. We got Jason York as well. I sent him back down to. Brian Marchment as well. So we have some depth on D. None of them are superstars, but definitely a lot better than what we had for the first season. So we're far from having to play Kent Painter or something like that. So all in all, I'm liking the direction the team is taking. I'm not liking the record, but that can always change. So I don't remember if we looked at the Whalers last episode. So they do have Pavel Dimitra. I traded him to them for Zardy Zalapsky. So Dimitra has no points in 3 games so far this year. They have a couple injuries, so Randy Ladouceur is hurt. Jeff O'Neill might play hurt. Of course, they traded Adam Burt for Patrick Schellberg, so Schellberg, he has 4 points in 5 games. That's pretty good. So, yep, let's get February going. So we're going to play February of 1995. Because it was a shortened season, the months are more packed with games, so that should, be a pretty decent length of episode. So let's get going. We're playing at home against Hartford and we need a win. So let's see. Yashin with Bergquist and Lonnie Loach, I can get behind that. Jamie Baker with Alexander Degg and Dave Archibald, I can also live with that. Kevin Todd is finally playing with Jody Hall and Sean Podine, and Ed Ronan is going to play center apparently with Alfredson and Tormanen. I don't have a major problem with those lines at all. Now I understand Alfredson is maybe not suited for the 4th line, but in the context that he's a rookie and everything, I think it kind of makes sense. McIver playing on the 2nd pair, he's hurt, makes sense. I don't have a problem with those lines. Now, I don't know if he's going to keep the lines pretty much like that, but I don't have a major problem with it. All right, so Craig Billington in net. So it looks like Billington is getting a little bit more of the starts than Guilbert, but so far, Billington played in 3 of the 5 games, so that's going to be 4 and 6. So he's still using Hebert. We'll see. And we lost 5-3. So not a great start either to the season or to this month for that matter. We were outshot 40-25, so that little story keeps going on. Doug Uda with a goal was the 1st star. Dave Archibald with an assist was the 2nd star. And Murray Craven, 3rd star with a goal and an assist. So Dimitra scored against us to thank us for trading him. He opened up the scoring. So Yashin scored on the power play from Bergquist and Lonnie Loach. Norm McIver scored on the power play from Zalapsky and Yashin. And Jamie Baker from Archibald and Degg. So Yashin got 2 points. So that was not good enough to win. Maybe I need better goaltending or something. All right, Bob Plager is the angry coach at the media. Calgary is 1-5. They're doing just as horrible as we are. Mario Lemieux extended his point streak to 19 games with a goal and an assist against the Rangers. And Pavel Bure has a memorable game, 4 goals and 1 assist. So the Russian Rocket with a pretty good start to the season there. Yeah, 12 points in 6 games. Whenever you're 2 points per game, that's pretty good. Alright, we're playing in Boston. I don't know if they fixed their goaltending issues. I'm pretty sure that last year, that's the reason why they didn't make the playoffs. They had basically John Blue as their starter. And that's not any better. I guess Blaine Lacker is getting... No, looks like they're kind of splitting it. So they don't have great goaltending there. They do have Peter Popovich that they got from Montreal. They signed Mike Eastwood, apparently. Oh, they got Mark Lamb, our previous player. Played with us last year, got a whopping 9 points in 78 games. Oh yeah, that's true. They did go and get Mike Ritchie from the Nordiques. Fits the Bruins style of play really well, I think. Alright, I think we can win this. Playing in Boston. Let's go. Alright, so shuffling the lines a little. Alfredson is playing on the 3rd line now, and they're sending Bergquist on the 4th line. Bergquist hasn't been doing much of anything, so maybe that's why. Moving McIver to the 3rd pair. Wow. Okay. And we're sending Guilbert. He's going to face John Blue. And it's another loss. Loss 4-1. That's not good. I wanted to compete for a playoff spot. I think I'm going to compete for the basement. Alright, and again, we got outshot 56-21. So, get better defenseman doesn't change much of anything. Joey Juneau, 1st star, a goal and an assist. Dave Reed, an assist, he's the 2nd star. And Glenn Wesley, an assist, 3rd star. Who scored for us? Robert Zvela on the power play from Yashin and Zalapsky. So Yashin continues to pick up points at least. Ed Ronan improves at left wing. Well, that's great. St. Louis Rich Peelan suspended for 4 games. He's still wearing his Calgary jersey. Alright, next game is going to be against the Rangers. Oh, there's quite a few players there. Let's look at the news first. Strong game for Brent Gilchrist. He had 3 goals and 2 assists. That's pretty good. 5 points. Great night for Vyacheslav Kozlov. 3 goals and an assist. Pretty good for him too. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Alright, so Detroit has placed Ron Extall on waivers. Guess who's gonna try to get him? And then there's two ex or former senators on waivers. Darcy Lowen is one of them, and then Mark Lamb is the other one. And then there's Daniel Shank, but Ron Extall is being sent through waivers. I'm claiming him. I know that it's my last contract slot, but wow. I mean, I have an opportunity to have Ron Extall. He's 30, should be good for a few more years. That's going to improve our goaltending. Oh yeah. All right, so. Well, Norm McIver is not even playing. I guess he's resting because of his finger. Alright, we're playing the Rangers. Mike Richter in net. He had that nice old extension. And we lost 4-1. We are 1-7 to start the year. This is horrible. Somebody should have told the game that I'm not trying to do like the real life Sens and openly admit to tanking. Oh, alright. So Jamie Baker is our only scorer from Zalewski and Bradshaw. Kovalev had a goal and an assist. First star, Richter, 37 saves. Second star, and Mark Messier, a goal. Third star, we actually outshot them 38-35. Jonas Bergquist is injured. Okay. We're going to need to take care of that, huh? For 1 to 2 weeks with a pulled abdominal muscle. Now I need to call somebody up. How's Jimmy doing? 12 points in 43 games. Yeah, I'm probably not recalling you. 27 points in 43 games for Similaro. Radek Bunk, 5 points in 7 games. Persvart Vadet, not really ready. Oof. Who to call back up? I guess Greg Pankewitz is the one with the best season in the minors, and even then he's not doing very good. But it will have to do. I don't expect him to play all that much. Wayne Gretzky extends his goal streak to 6 games with a goal against the Red Wings. Mario Lemieux extends his point streak to 20 games. Owen Nolan, who had a fiery temperament, or he was quite the... he could get angry. So, suspended for 3 games. Ross Courtnall extended his point streak to 12 games. Brettel has a great game. He had a hat trick, 3 goals. Big game for Craig Janney, a goal and 4 assists. And I claimed Ron Extall on waivers. Alright, and Gretzky extended for 1 more year with LA for $1.97 million. Alright, so now I have to send a goaltender down, which means that I might get a goaltender called claimed. So I have Guilbert and I have Craig Billington. They're both 28. Coach seems to be going with Billington more, but he's not playing as well. I mean, Hebert has a 940 save percentage. I'm going to send Craig Billington down. I'm going to go with the stats on that one. Might not please my coach, but... Alright, he might get claimed. Hopefully he doesn't, but he might get claimed. Alright, next game is against the Flyers. All right, Wayne Gretzky extends his goal streak to 7 games. He scored a goal against the Mighty Ducks. Jagger, point streak of 12 games. Mario Lemieux, point streak of 21 games. And McIver should be completely healed from his injury. So hopefully he's back in the lineup. Alright, so we're playing Philadelphia. Oh god, they're not doing good either. Philly is 1-7-1. They barely have one more point than us in the standings. Why do you suck so much? Well, first of all, you don't have goaltending, which has been a recurrent theme for the Flyers forever, but they have Dominic Roussel in net and Jarmo Millis. Eric Weinrich, Natras Yuskevich. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of improvements that have been made over there. Well, it's up to us to beat them then. Alright, McIver back at his position. Probably was held out because of his injury. Degg back on the first line. Alfredson on the third. Alright. Let's win this. We need a win. We have Ron Extall in net. He's facing his former team. And we lost 5-1. Oh boy. 1-8. That is so bad. We were outshot 38-28. The 3 stars, Kevin Deneen, first star with 2 assists. Eric Weinrich, 2 assists. Second star, Dominic Roussel, 27 saves. Third star, who scored for us? Paul Cavallini did, from Dave Archibald and Sean Hill. This is ridiculous. We cannot get going at all. Excellent passing leads to productive night for Glenn Anderson with a 4 assists game. Next game's against Montreal. Alright, Jagger extends his goal streak to 5 games. And that's 13 straight games with a point. Lemieux extends his point streak to 22. Assist streak of 8. Gretzky scored in 8 straight games. Sean Chambers is not being suspended. Alright, we are playing Montreal. We are really not doing good at all. Montreal is 5-2-1. They're doing pretty good for themselves. They're 4th in the conference. And of course, in my game, they haven't traded Patrick Roy, at least not yet. So they have one net with Frédéric Chabot, Kevin Otter, Brett Hedican, Mathieu Schneider, Patrice Brisebois, Adam Burt that they got from Hartford. Desjardins out the line, Brunet Danfus, Leclerc Savage, Craig Darby, and Grenville. Eric Plant, Darcy Tucker, Mike Sanger. They have a decent team. So we're probably going to lose again. I don't want to lose. Especially not against Montreal. Alright. They're sending Frédéric Chabot in net. We're going with Guy Hébert because Ron Extall's first game wasn't really that impressive. And Hébert does have that awesome 940 save percentage. He's just not able to win. Well, we won. And we won 6-1. So it's a pretty decisive game. Oh, I like those shots. We outshot them 29-25. I love those numbers. So Jodiel was our first star with a goal. Tommy Shodin with an assist, second star. And Yashin, 2 goals, third star. So McIver on the power play from Zalapsky and Loach. Archibald on the power play as well from Kevin Todd. Archibald from Daniel Alfredson. Yashin from Todd Ewan and Antti Tormanen. Jodiel from Tommy Shodin. And Yashin on the power play from Alexander Deg. Okay. So Montreal was not disciplined at all, and we made them pay. We did get quite a few power play goals. Ross Courtnall has points in 13 straight games. Next game is in Quebec City against the Nordiques. And Owen Nolan is back, so we are going to face him. Back from suspension, Jaromir Jagr's point streak ended at 13 games. He was held pointless against the Islanders. So was Mario Lemieux. So his streak ended at 22 games. And Chris Chelios sits out with a day-to-day injury. Alright, so we are going to be facing the Nordiques. Who do they have in net? So they have Jocelyn Thibault and Manny Fernandez. Oh, they have a lot of injuries. Claude Lapointe, Mikhail Tatarinov, and Steve Duchesne are not going to be able to play. Yanni Lakanen, of course, played for the Sens in real life. They do have Dominic Lavoie, that was in our system before. Yeah, that they have a pretty good offense. That's not gonna be an easy game. Alright, come on guys, we can do this. Looks like the coach has settled on some lines. Oh, Ron Extall with his Red Wings jersey. You're drunk, Ron. Go change. Alright, facing Manny Fernandez. We lost 5-2. Yeah, they have quite the offense. God, maybe that's why Detroit put him on waivers. Maybe Ron Extall is just sucking anymore. Alright, so we were outshot 44-42, so it was a run and gun type of game, apparently. Kamensky got the first star with 2 assists. Sakic, 2 goals, second star. Sundin, a goal and an assist. Third star. Alright, so Lonnie Loach on the power play from Yashin, and Yashin from Zvela are our 2 goals in that game. No stopping Glenn Murray. Hat-trick, 3 goals. Ross Courtnall points in 14 straight. So Ross Courtnall, having a pretty good season. Pierre Turgeon extends his point streak to 12 games. Passes on point for Mario Lemieux. 2 goals and 5 assists. Little game. Oh, they destroyed Montreal 9-3. I like that. Rich Pilon's suspension ends. He's back. Now Gord Donnelly from Toronto is suspended. He's going to miss 5 games. Alright, next game is in Florida. Wayne Gretzky extends his point streak to 12 games. Phil Housley has produced 900 points in his career. I mentioned it before, we don't hear about Phil Housley all that much in the news and everything, but he's a good defenseman. Ross Courtnall extends his point streak to 15 games. And some scouting reports. Pierre Turgeon extends his point streak to 13 games with 2 goals and an assist against the Nordiques. Ron Francis is day-to-day. Calf cramps. Those hurt. I can understand he's not able to play with that. Alright, Doug Crossman is suspended in Tampa for 3 games, so he's going to miss the game against us because we played Tampa after playing Florida. Jonas Bergquist is about to come back, and Curtis Joseph in St. Louis signed a 4-year extension at $1.47 per season. Alright, so we're playing in Florida. God, even Florida's better than us. Alright, what's their lineup looking like? Well, they do have the goaltending, Van Beesbroek and Fizet in net. That's a pretty good tandem. Stephen Finn, Gusarov, Holder, Gustafsson, McSween, Bobby Dallas, Wilkie, Craig Wallanen, Gilbert Dion, Greg Gilbert, Klima, Malte Pearson, Zlepukin. Yeah, they have a couple interesting defensemen. They have good goaltending. Their offense is not really scary though. Alright, we're going with Ron Extall again, even though he doesn't seem to like wearing the Sens jersey very much. Alright, we won 5-1, so that's a good win. Let's take a look at that. We were outshot 45-31, so their crappy offense managed to get 45 shots on goals. Hey. Alright, so Norm McIver, a goal and 3 assists, first star. Ron Extall, 44 saves, is the second star. And Lonnie Loach, a goal and 2 assists, he's the third star. Deg scored on the power play. Also had an assist on the Lonnie Loach power play goal. And he had another guy. Deg had another goal on the power play. So Deg did produce on the power play in that game. God did it. Wow, 4 of our 5 goals were scored on the power play. So Florida probably wishes they had been a little bit more disciplined. Wayne Gretzky's point streak ended at 12 games, held pointless against the Dallas Stars. Alright, Bergquist is ready to come back. Yeah, he has to stay there for 2 more days, and then I can call him back up. So he's going to miss the game against Tampa Bay, but he's going to be back at home against Washington. Tampa Bay is having a pretty decent season. Are they going to be in the playoffs? They're going to beat us to the playoffs for the first time, maybe? They are 7-5-1. Let's take a look at who they have. So Crossman is suspended, we know that. Oh, they don't have great goaltending. Wendell Young and Pat Jablonski. Sean Chambers. Okay, Jocelyn. Mark Bergevin is hurt. He's not going to be able to play that game. Wow, they really don't have that great of a team. I mean, they have a few good players, but I mean, they're playing above their heads, I think. And we're gonna prove it by winning that game. Theo Fleury has a great game. He had 5 assists. Yeah, that's pretty good. 5 assists against the Blackhawks. Alright, now it looks like Deg is hurt. He's gonna miss at least that 1 game with a bruised shin. Alright, so that bumps Alfredson to the second line. That's interesting. Alright, we're sending Gieberg in net against Wendell Young. Tampa Bay is playing good. And they won in overtime 4-3. Sadly, back then, losing in overtime didn't give a point, so we're not getting nothing out of this. So we are 3-10. That's a disgrace. Alright, we outshot them 37-33. Mikael Anderson, first star with a goal. Zardy Zalapski had an assist on every single one of our goals. 3 assists for the night. He's the second star. And Adam Creighton with a goal, third star for Tampa Bay. So Lonnie Loach on the power play from Zalapski and Jodial. Yashin on the power play from Zalapski and Lonnie Loach. And Jodial on the power play from Zalapski and Yashin. So pretty much all of the same players that got points here. Pierre Turgeon extends his point streak to 14 games against the Devils. I believe... Yep, it's time to bring Bergquist back. Alright, and... Yeah, Pankiewicz really didn't do anything. He's going to go back down. There you go. Alright, so we have a few days off here before we face Washington. Big game for Mario Lemieux. 3 goals and no assists. Hat-trick. Pierre Turgeon. Points in 15 straight. Alright, Alexander Deg might be coming back. He's probably going to be ready for the next game. Ooh, Jason Arnott in Edmonton is hurt for 4 months. So that season is over for him. Now remember, we remember that Edmonton had a pretty good run last year. Now they're losing a pretty good player for a while. I don't know what they're going to do to react to that. Strong night for Vincent D'Anfous, 4 goals. That's good. Excellent passing leads to productive night for John Leclerc, 5 assists. Montreal won 6-3 against the Islanders. Pierre Turgeon did get 2 assists in the loss, so it extended his game streak to 16. Crossman's suspension is over. Nick Lidstrom has a great game, 5 assists. That's pretty good. Yzerman also had a good game, 3 goals and 1 assist. Jari Kurri played in his 1000th game and had an assist and 2 goals. 2 goals and an assist for Jari Kurri in his 1000th game. That's a pretty good way to celebrate. Just some scouting reports. Alexander Deg says that he's ready. Right, and now we are playing at home against Washington. Zygmunt Puffy extends his goal streak to 5 games. Pretty good. Alright, Pierre Turgeon extends his point streak to 17 games. That's a nice little run for him. Nikolai Borchevsky not suspended. Gord Donnelly back. Alright. And Dave Andreychuk is the person who gets hurt helping a friend move. So we knew it was coming, just didn't know how long it was going to take. Alright, we're playing Washington. They are 7-5-2. Of course, we're 3-10. We are dead last in the East, so that's how my team responds to me saying that we need to compete for a playoff spot. They are giving me the middle finger response. Alright, so Washington, Dunbar, Prairie, Colzig, David Cooper, Fratty, Kelly Johansson, Boileau, okay. Yeah, they do have a good defense. Alright. I guess Deg is not quite ready to play, so he's gonna sit that game. We're sending Ron Extall in net, so at least Ron Extall, when we're at home, he's able to put the right jersey on. Always good. Oh, it's a 5-1 win. So we lose a lot, but when we do win, usually it's pretty convincing wins. So it's a bipolar team, I guess. We're capable of the best, like we're capable of the worst. Alright, shots were equal. I think it's the first time, actually, that we've had equal shots, 31 apiece. Usually there's always one team that's out shooting the other one. And to be honest, I think it's pretty rare in real life to see both teams getting the same amount of shots anyway. But yeah. So Bradshaw, first star, 3 assists. Pretty good. Then we have Bergquist, second star with a goal and an assist, and Ron Extall, a 30 save performance, gives him the 3rd star. So Bergquist scored his first goal of the season from Archibald and Bradshaw, Yashin from Bergquist and Shaw, Baker from Sean Podine. Yeah, Sean Podine has not been a great signing so far. And Bradshaw, I wasn't expecting him to score, 30 goals or anything like that, but I was expecting a little bit more from him. Jody Hall on the power play from Zardy Zalewski, and Lonnie Loach from Alexei Yashin. Alright, Ray Ferraro has produced 600 points despite being in bad shape. Pierre Turgeon's point streak ended at 17 games. Oh. Terry Crisp lost his job as the Anaheim head coach. And he was replaced by John Cuniff. Dynamic passing leads to productive night for Doug Gilmore. 2 goals and 4 assists. That's a good game. And Denis Savard has a memorable game with a 4 assist game. Pretty good for him as well. Alright, we are playing against Florida. Our next game, we already looked at them. Ross Courtnall, 16 straight games with a point. He's going to beat Pierre Turgeon at this point. Strong night for Mark Messier, 4 assists. Good little game. Strong night for Mario Lemieux, 3 goals. Hat-trick for Super Mario. Alright, and Deg is ready to come back for real this time. Yeah, Sean Podine, a lone assist in 11 games. Alright, so let's do this. We lost against Florida. No, we won against Florida 5-1, and we can win again. And it's a tie. I guess we'll take the tie. We've been so bad. That tie feels like a win. So 2-2 tie against the Panthers. Nobody's hurt on either team. They did outshot us 34-32. So not the end of the world. Tormanen scored a goal for us. Paul Broughton scored both goals for Florida. He's the 2nd star. And Zalewski, 3rd star with an assist. So Norm McIver on the power play from Bradshaw and Alexei Yashin. Yashin's having a nice little season again. And Tormanen from Zalewski. Who knows, maybe I'm going to hold on to Yashin until the end of his career. If he continues to play like that, I have absolutely no desire to trade him or anything like that. Yeah, Mike Rossetti is available. I am not going to get him though. I can't anyway. When I claimed Ron Extall, that was my max amount of contracts, which is okay. That's the shortened season, so I don't need all of that much room to do things anyway. Roger Nielsen tries to hang on to his job in with the Rangers. Yeah, Rangers, not a great season, 7-12. Russ Courtnall extends his point streak to 17 games. So, nice run for Russ. All right. So we are playing against Boston. We already looked at them. So we have 2 games left in February before we moved on to March with the next video. So let's play the Bruins at home. Dagley's back on the first line. They're sending John Blue. We're sending Ron Extall. And we lost 6-3. They outshot us 47-28. Cam Neely is the first star with 2 goals and an assist. Ted Donato, 3 assists, second star. Adam Oates, 2 goals. He's the third star. So we were very undisciplined in that game. Although some of it is Kevin Todd's misconduct here. So we did score 3 goals. Lonnie Loach from Zvela and Yashin. Loach on the power play from Yashin. And Zvela from Yashin and another. So, yeah, Yashin had 3 assists. He participated to all the goals. So we're having a crappy season, but it's not Yashin's fault. He's doing everything he can. He just can't do everything on his own. Alright, Ron Francis, 750 assists in his career. That's pretty good. And we have one last game this month against Hartford. They are 6-10-2, so they're not doing all that much better than us, and we have 2 games on, so if we win that one, we're going to get closer to them, but we lost both games against them so far this year. And it's a 7-3 win. Again, when we win, we win. It's not no little 2-1 games. That's not for us. When we win, we are in control. Alright, so 7-3 win. That's pretty good. We outshot them 35-29. Pretty respectable looking numbers there. Yashin, first star, 3 goals and an assist. Yashin's having a great season. Lonnie Loach is having a pretty decent season too. A goal and 2 assists, second star. So it was a good idea to re-sign him. And Paul Cavallini, a goal and an assist. The guy that I wanted as my 7th defenseman is actually playing quite a bit. A goal and an assist here. So yeah, Baker. So Sean Podine had an assist there. Yashin from Shodin. Lonnie Loach from Zalapsky. Zalapsky's having a decent season as well. Alright. Yeah, Norm McIver is having a little bit more of some issues so far, I think. So strong night for Alexei Yashin. We don't get a lot of emails like that about our players having great games. So 3 goals and an assist for Yashin. Yes, it was a great game. Alright, and we're going to forward that one day. Alright, so Russ Courtnall did not get a point against Winnipeg. His streak ended at 17 games. That was a pretty cool story, Russ Courtnall. Usually we're used to see the Gretzkys and Jagers and Lemieux on those kind of streaks, so it was kind of different to see a guy like Russ Courtnall. Alright, who got better? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. I think my game is bugged. Okay. If you pay close attention to that report here, I think that it shows that the game is broken because Ron Extall lost some aggression. Okay. That's no. That's a glitch. That's not right. All right. So Mario Lemieux of Pittsburgh and Andy Moog of Detroit are the players of the month. So that's probably why Detroit decided to get rid of Extol or to try to pass him through waivers. Is Andy Moog is yet again having a great season for them. So. All right. So this is our team. Yashin's having a great season. Let's look at our stats here. Oh yeah, Yashin has 28 points in 17 games. That's pretty good. 10 goals, 18 assists, 28 points in 17 games. And I did say Lonely Loach is also having a great season. 20 points in 16 games. That's pretty good. Zalapsky, 13 points in 17 games. That's pretty good. And then it starts to dwindle down. McIver, 10 points in 16 games. So looks like McIver is kind of slowing down here. And I did sign him with that no trade clause, so we're kind of stuck with him. He's a -8 as well. That's the worst on the team, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, he's talented. He can definitely start to play better. Maybe just a slow start to the season. Daniel Alfredson has 4 points in 17 games. Sean Podine, 2 points. That's not much. Tommy Shodin, 4 points in 10 games, so that signing doesn't look too bad. Other than that, I claim Zvela, 5 points in 15 games. That's okay. Sean Hill, 3 points. Ooh, Igor Larionov is declining. 1 point in 8 games. He's not even playing all that much anymore. And then Kevin Todd was not a good signing. 1 point in 13 games, and I'm paying him ridiculous amounts of money for such a showing. Now we're going to go ahead and look at league-wide, see who's the best at what. So Gretzky and Mario Lemieux both with 18 goals for the season. So I don't have a problem with those two being first and tied at first. And then Gretzky has 26 points, Lemieux has 25. And then Yashin is 8 with his 18 points. So that's pretty good. And also I played pretty much the least amount of games so far. Oh no, that's assists only, sorry. So Yashin has 18 assists. So Gretzky has 26 assists, Lemieux 25 assists. Okay, sorry about that. So Gretzky has 1 more point than Mario Lemieux for the point lead, and then Yashin is 7th with 28 points. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright, we don't have anybody leading in shots or in plus-minus or in face-off. Wow, Vancouver is great at face-off. Look at that. They have like, what, 1, 2, 3 guys. Nedved, Pekka running. Shots blocked. Well, we're not represented there this year so far. Penalty minutes. Paul Cavallini, new coach, same problems with too many penalties. Power play goals. Buri has 11. Mario Lemieux has 11 as well. Lonely Loach is 8 for us with 6. Then short-handed goals, we don't have anybody there. And there's quite a few players with 2. Alright, so that's where we're at. We're 12th in the league, not in the league, in the Eastern Conference. That's 8 points back for a playoff spot. So we're going to need to start winning really soon if we want to fight for a playoff spot. We do have some game on hands. I mean, Florida played 3 more games than us, and they have 2 less points than us. And we have 3 games on hand on the Rangers, and we're only 5 points behind. So if we go on a winning streak, who knows? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and call this a video. I'm gonna go ahead and save that. Alright, so next time we're gonna go ahead and play March 1995 and hopefully write the ship back. But for now, thank you for tuning in, and as usual, if you've liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. That's always appreciated, and until I roll this game again, see you guys next time. Thank you.